Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat sejahtera. Very good morning to all the delegation, to all the presenters, and to all the keynotes from various countries, which is from Thailand, kita ada from China, from German also, and then kita ada from Philippines, from Vietnam, and also from India. So, as an organizer, we would like to welcome all the delegation to Dewan Sultan Ibrahim University, Tun Hussein on Malaysia. Please give an applause. Baiklah tuan-tuan dan puan, hadirin dan hadirat sekalian, tanpa melengahkan masa lagi, kita mulakan majlis untuk ucap tamu kita yang pertama pada hari ini, iaitu Profesor Friedrich Huebler from UNESCO-UNEVOC dengan tajuknya Transforming TVET for Successful and Just Transitions. Please welcome. Thank you.
Distinguished guests and participants, it is with great pleasure that I extend my heartfelt congratulations to University Tun Hussein on Malaysia and the Malaysia Research Institute for Vocational Education and Training on the successful organization of the 9th World Conference on Technical and Vocational Education and Training. This year's theme, Driving Economic Growth, Fostering Digital Education and Sustainable Development of TVET, is very timely. As we navigate the complexities of the 21st century, the role of TVET in equipping individuals with the skills needed for sustainable economic development cannot be overstated. Your commitment to advancing TVET through innovative educational practices and fostering international collaboration is commendable. The sub-themes of this year's conference include educational technology and innovation, professional development and career, environmental sustainability, assessment and evaluation, and social issues in education. These sub-themes reflect the multifaceted approach required to address the diverse challenges and opportunities within TVET. They emphasize the importance of integrating innovation and technology in education, fostering leadership skills, promoting sustainable practices, and ensuring equitable access to education and career opportunities. UTHM, as a UNEVOC center in Malaysia, has been an essential partner in our shared mission. The signing of a letter of intent between UTHM and UNESCO-UNEVOC in 2023 marked a significant milestone in our collaboration, particularly in the areas of research and publications on TVET. This partnership underscores our mutual dedication to enhancing the quality and accessibility of TVET worldwide. I would like to acknowledge the efforts of all educators, researchers, policymakers, and industry leaders who have come together to share their knowledge and expertise. Your contributions are invaluable in shaping the future of TVET and ensuring that it continues to meet the evolving needs of our societies. On behalf of UNESCO-UNEVOC, I extend my best wishes for a successful and impactful conference. May the exchanges that take place over the next 3 days lead to meaningful advancements in TVET and contribute to the sustainable development of our global community. Thank you.
Thank you and terima kasih to Friedrich Huebler, UNESCO-UNEVOC on the topics of transforming TVET for successful and just transition for our first keynote. Ladies and gentlemen, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, now we proceed to the second keynote speaker, which is Manuel Galvin Arribas from European Training Foundation TVET on excellence and social inclusion. Please welcome.
Hello colleagues, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depends where we are. As you see, I am from Turin. I cannot be with you in this promising event that you are already enjoying, the 9th World Conference on Tibet, you know, in the nice and beautiful place of Malaysia. So I'm thanking first very much on behalf of the European Training Foundation, your invitation, and also from the Network for Excellence, because also Malaysian colleagues are part of our international network of centers of vocational excellence. So I want to thank also the team, and Lai in particular, who really helping me a lot to be even in video with you. But also, you know, what I'm going to tell you, just briefing you a bit, is in a paper that you will have in your hands, and it's our contribution on experience on vocational excellence and social inclusion, because indeed we all know that vocational education and training is still the more inclusive education, and is where still students from disadvantaged backgrounds are more enjoying vocational education and training, but not only. So the concept of excellence is also the contribution we have, based on our experience, is also, you know, about giving more opportunities and via high quality vocational education and training skills and programs for employment. Employment of, regardless of whether any socioeconomic background, condition, race, gender, etc. So this is why vocational excellence also integrate the concept of inclusion within its, let's say, notion. This notion also we have been implemented, and one of the tools we have in the network of our members is also the self-assessment tool. Self-assessment in vocational education and training, and in particular addressing excellence, is one of our flagship approaches. And I think more and more working with international partners, with all of you in national levels, this approach is much more welcome also for the opportunity the school has also on understand better their strong points, their maturity level on certain areas, or their need for improving. And this need for improving and continuous improvement is also part of the excellence notion, where in particular also the notion that we promote is transmit excellence to other part of the systems, or to other part of the schools where the centers of excellence are leaders for that. In the issue of an area of inclusion, we had also some data that you will find in the paper, on which in the paper I share with you, on which our members also are integrating more and more activities oriented to the integration of groups with socioeconomic backgrounds, but in particular integrating much more in employment. This is our approach. So our approach, excellence, inclusion, is about employment, labor market, complexion, and also a high level of employment rates for the graduates that are joining excellence schools. In this approach also that we were working for years, also through a partnership that we call it Innovation for Social Inclusion and Excellence. In this partnership also, in which we worked very thoroughly with centers from Serbia, for example, Malawi, Zimbabwe, or Albania in the Western Balkans, we discovered also that the new digital tools that are used in vocational education and training are doing a fantastic role also for improving the employability of groups at risk when they are joining excellence programs. In this partnership also we identified that there are other research needs that we should take care of for understanding better what are these needs and how to improve, for example, pedagogical practices oriented also for having more chances of these students and these groups vulnerable that are part of the excellence programs. Just to conclude, I want to pass you a final message that also you will find in the paper, on which also we identify some lessons learned that we had in both self-assessment and CC program. But indeed, VET excellence is inclusive because it aims to ensure rights and opportunities for full employment, employability, and educational opportunities via lifelong learning, also for all citizens, regardless of whether their origin, race, gender, or socioeconomic, psychological background, but also inclusion in VET excellence means, and this is our experience, that all social economic groups, also those who have special needs or who may be subject to potential exclusion, are fully guaranteed to have equal opportunities aligned to civil rights of democratic societies, which are the values that we indeed promote from the European Union and from the European Training Foundation. This is also for being fully integrated into the educational, social, economic, labor market and our lifelong learning, which is the right that we have as citizens. So for all this, excellence is here, and it's also to be inclusive. And having said that, I wish you a fantastic continuation of the conference. I hope to be with you next time. Last year we were in Thailand also, and I met many of you that I pass my regards, and also on behalf of my colleagues in the European Training Foundation, we wish you a good continuation, a successful conference. Thank you very much.
All right, give a big applause to Mr. Joan Manuel Galvin Arribas from European Training Foundation on this topic, TVET Excellence and Social Inclusion. Untuk makluman semua, Mr. Manuel Galvin Arribas adalah berada di Turin, Itali, dan dia tidak dapat hadir, dan kita merakamkan ucapan dan juga presentation untuk ucap tamu tersebut. Baiklah tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, hadirin dan hadirat sekalian, kita teruskan kepada ucap tamu yang ketiga, iaitu our third keynote is one and only from Professor Emeritus, Datuk Engineer Teknologi Datuk Wahid bin Razzaly from UTHM, as our ex-Vice Chancellor ataupun mantan Naib Chancellor kita, dengan tajuknya Redesigning TVET Curriculum for Our Country. Have we done it? Please welcome. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Can we start the slide now, please? Yeah. Oh, sorry, I can't see the slide. Yeah. So I must be thankful to the first two speakers for they had spoken about, I think, 5 minutes each. And therefore, we have got a lengthy of time to talk about. But I hope that the fourth speaker, I told him that he can have about 2 hours of the, presentation time. Let me just, explain to you why I thought that redesigning TVET curriculum for our country, wherever you are from, it doesn't matter, you're from Malaysia, you're from Philippines, Thailand, or anywhere else, that as managers of TVET, you have got to think of a few other things that researchers may not be thinking, or students may not be thinking, or lecturers may not be thinking. That have we, have a thought of whether all the processes that we have done has any impact on the economy. So that's what TVET is. TVET is about alleviation of poverty. It's about the economy. So the thought is, have we done it? So this is the question that I would like to ask everybody here, that whether your institution have done it or not. Okay, next please. So the statement that I'm putting up here is that we are possessed with lots of technologies. Even kids, 1-year-old, 2-year-old, they do possess mobile phones. And I guess that every one of you in this hall, you have your mobile phone. And I know that despite the fact that you should be listening to me, that every one of you may be, watching your YouTubes, or perhaps communicating with your friends and things like that. So this is the generational, differences that we are about to talk. So let me just, share with you that the question of TVET institution and the positioning of TVET institution with respect of the country's economy. And that is an important question to ask, because as far as Malaysia is concerned, for UTHM, for example, about 75% or 80% of our funding comes from the government. So the government, they have got plan for the country, and this is what the plan is. So now the question is, have we done it or not? Okay, next please. My question is, how is our TVET future? I'm not asking you to, do some projection, but what I would like you to do is just to have some projection of what your imagination of TVET would be in 5 years. What will happen to the graduates of UTHM when you, graduate in the year 2028? What type of jobs will you be, adhering to? And perhaps not only that, for managers and for researchers, they have got to think of what the future is for TVET. And as far as I'm concerned, I was the Vice Chancellor of this university before, and we had a very serious thought over this. What could we do to make sure that we are designing for the future? I'm not saying that, as Prof. Schroeder Thomas yesterday said, that we are not living what we are doing now, but we need to have some projection, understanding of what shall be the thing of tomorrow, 5 years or 10 years in time. So that is the thing that I would like, every one of you here to have a thought on it. Okay. Next, please. And everybody knows that VUCA was in 2010 was quite a word of the day, where we can see the future. It's volatile. And you know that the Standard & Poor top 500 companies, the emergence of new companies within the list, show that there is some significance, entry of new technologies or company that involve technological innovation into the Standard & Poor's top 500 companies. So this change is an abrupt change. So if business were to change, if students were to change, so why can't curriculum be changed? So this is another thing that I would like every one of you to have a thought, that are we able to change the curriculum? When I say change, it doesn't mean of changing the total curriculum. So I will have details on, I think, what I see as an important aspect of, the processes of curriculum development later on. So I hope that my young students, you would be able to understand, what uncertainty is. I'm sure that previously I would like to, ask my students. So while you are at UTHM, you can start to redesign your future. If you want to be a film star, unfortunately, this is technical universities, and therefore you may not be able to do that, but it's possible. It may be that you are interested in science, or you are interested in, to be data analyst, but you are in civil engineering. So can you move into that direction? Yes, it's possible. So these are the things that while you are here at UTHM, so I would like to suggest that put yourself into a position that what are you going to do in 5 or 10 years in terms of your projection. All right, next please. Next, please. Okay. The question of how is our TVET, what I'm showing here is about the economic fragility around the world. So you see that your country is so small that our gross domestic product is only at, if you see that Malaysia is around the left-hand corner, so it's about 350 something billion. So that's about our GDP. So we are quite in the same position as being stated here by a researcher. However, if you see that the fragility of Yemen, the fragility of Congo at 37.6 billion is something that we have got to, to think about. And therefore, what is the role of TVET here? The role of TVET here is partly part of the whole processes. I'm not saying it's the only thing, but it contributes into the development of our GDP. So let us not forget that when we talk about TVET, we must be also talking about the future GDP. It's about employment or unemployment, and also about productivity. How can we produce more with less time and less money? So I hope that every one of you realize that the future is very competitive, and we have got to move our country down back to comparison of the top most secure country in the world. And as stated in 2019, it was, if I'm not mistaken here, is Norway. Okay. So in this sort of situation, what our contribution as a TVET practitioner is to make sure that every one of us will have at least multiple skills, or if not just one single skills, just to produce more for the country. So basically, if you understand that, then coming out from UTHM, not just earning Bachelor of Civil or Mechanical or Electrical, but you will have a specific skills, specific, be able to do things that will move the country forward into its level of fragility. Next, please. I think the coming of, or what the fourth industrial revolution does is that it worries many people. But as Klaus Schwab said, that in this new world, perhaps a smaller country like Malaysia is of no less important to the biggest country like China or India or America or Australia, if we have the potential, if our people are producing more for the country, if they are skillful and if they are able to, develop our TVET as the TVET of the future. And remember that it is not the big fish that eat the small fish. And normally it's the fast fish that will eat the slow fish. So in this context, I would suggest that we should put people first. Students should be at the center, or learners or practitioners at the center of our system. Okay? Next, please. Okay. So now, the next that I would like to touch on is the development of industry 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, and 4.0. And believe me or not, that education or edu-train has been lagging behind for each of these transitions. We have been following this education 1.0, next please, education 2.0, and then 3.0, and now education 4.0. But what education 4.0 is doing has been there for a very long time, since I think even 2010, factories have started to do Internet of Things and cyber-physical connectivity. However, learning at universities or learning at TVET institution was far left too much behind what's happening within the industries. And I guess this is something that I would like to suggest here, that why can't we work together with industries and also startup company to develop TVET? And yesterday, it was Datuk Palaniapan who mentioned rightly that industry and also universities or institutions should co-develop the curriculum and co-deliver the curriculum. So what does that mean? And I hope that we'll come to that, inshallah. Okay, next please. Understanding that we are far left behind in terms of activities within the industries, our TVET framework analysis demand us that we are to be in the same cycle or in the similar processes of activities with the industries. That we need to be efficient, we need to be effective, we need to be relevant, and we need to be responsive. We respond to the needs, we respond to the demand, meaning that we are ready to capture opportunities ahead of us, that's in front of us. So this TVET is a very traditional approach of TVET framework analysis in which training or education should be producing what is needed by the economy and also social objective. But are we doing that? So this is for you to answer for yourself. And perhaps I can say previously that when I was the Vice Chancellor, we are planning to do that, but it's so difficult to move on with that direction. So I can tell you why, but perhaps it's not the platform to do that. Okay. So our role of TVET here, the main one, is to make sure that the training are efficient, less money, less time, less people, but they are effective, meaning that the outcome of the training really move into the training objective. Okay, next please. The next question that I would like you to together to answer is, what are we producing? Are we producing robots? Are we producing human? Or are we producing products such as table, chairs, and whatnot? Any answer for that? And I've given you some tips previously that the core, the center of our whole processes is about the people. So we have our arcing goals of, sustainable development goals, which are the theme of our conference here. And we have got environmental, we've got social and economics, and education. Quality education is part of the social part of our activities, which means that our involvement with environment and also economy must go on at the same time. And that's why that ESC or SDG comes with the idea that we have to have the whole picture as the background of our activities. My only comment on this is that there should be one more, that the belief as a God-fearing citizen. So it's not mentioned because I guess that everybody has got a different religion, things like that. But we believe as Muslim or in Islam that the primary concern is your trust and your belief in the Creator. Okay, next please. Right, what are we producing? And when I was, going through from students and then to be lecturer and then to be Vice Chancellor, I thought that I don't bother such a question. Not until then, when I was the Deputy Vice Chancellor and also Vice Chancellor. I keep on asking myself, what are we producing? Are we producing the right people at the right time and the right place? Important here is that we are producing people, we are producing talent, and we are producing workers or entrepreneurs. That's number one. Secondly, we have got to make sure that the intellectual properties of our graduates and our lecturers are taken care of. And of course, thirdly, our services to the industries. Okay, next, please. during my visit to Solo in Indonesia, I visited a few places. One of these places is, I would say, the most modern cigarette churning companies. Of course, if we were TVET providers in 1960s, then picture number 2 probably is the thing that we are teaching. Perhaps if we are in the 1970s, picture number 3 is the thing that we are teaching, or how to do that. But we are 2024. So is it not logical that we should be producing workers, talents, for the cyber-physical companies like what I found in Solo? It's so massive, the whole company has only 2% in it, an engineer and a technician, and everything is producing at thousands of sticks per minute. And this is the imagination that I would like you to have, that are we ready to come up with the challenge that let's work together with industries to make sure that we are not delivering the thing of the past. And I guess, my dear students and also fellow researchers, that something needs to be done here. And what I noticed in Solo, in this factory, cigarette factories, anyway, it's just an example. I wouldn't like you to do smoking here. It's not allowed, in educational institution. But as an example, the waste of the tobacco goes back as fertilizers, and they are given free to the farmers of tobacco. So that's how the company or the factory of cigarette in Solo is. And the mechanism of the whole thing is on IoT and is controlled by a center in Germany. So if anything goes wrong, then that is what we call a notice, and the engineer would go to the second B machine, and the process continues while he attended to the first one. So again, can we, as institution of higher learning or TVET institution, supply, provide, and support the industrial processes within the cigarette companies that I'm suggesting here? Next, please. And central to the issue of individuals is what would be the outcomes of the students or the trainee, or what are their attributes. Next. And it has been spoken for by many speakers yesterday, and therefore I would like to, next please, to overstate this. But we have to know what we call our learning skills, and then literacy skills and life skills. And in this case, as a speaker from Germany said, that it is competence. The competencies, the competence in Anglo-Saxon context may not be similar to the competence understood by our German friends, because it is a way of life, it is perspective of individual, it is not a perspective of curriculum. So there is something that we have got to learn a little bit more. However, equally important is the ability of literacy skills, that how can we manage what we call the IoT, how can we manage the artificial intelligence. It doesn't matter who you are, what courses are you taking, but this is deliberately or is changing all facets of our life. whether you are taking civil engineering, mechanical, or computer sciences, of course, and also even if you like to produce what we call USTAS, and IoT, or artificial intelligence, is part of our activities. And we have got to make sure that all our students are aware of this situation and be able to manage and apply things. Next, please. All right. What else of attributes? And this slide was also shown by Datuk Palenepan, who said that skill evolution between 2023 and 2027. I would like just to inform everybody that the top 5 are the most important thing. It won't change a lot, but it will be there. Number 1 goes number 2 goes number 1, and it's all about creativity thinking and also analytical thinking. So this is what is needed. And I hope that my dear students here focus on your thoughts, focus on your cognitive ability to analyze things, and so that you would be able to work any parts of this world. And also that be able to innovate things, not just accepting things at the facial level is also a very important thing. And please notice that also innovation doesn't come by discipline. It's all covered, integrated, and therefore learning everything, learning anything sometimes is so important to you so that you understand what other people are doing. So this is basically what innovation is. You cannot be innovating on something of your own discipline just by ignoring the social part of the products. So that's quite impossible. Okay, next please. Now, the next is about redesigning how university should do. So this is the main part that I would like to share with you, but what we have been doing and, what we could do. I'm not trying to solve or resolve this problem, but at least to have some thoughts over it so that the management of the universities or edu-training institution would be able to go on, that if we were to go on par with the industries. You see, in 2019, the back then Minister of Higher Education, redesigning higher education, that was 2017. So we talk about many things, and some of it are the things that we have been talking today again and again. Okay, so it is about the values-driven talent. So remember that we are no more interested sometimes in the skills that you have, but the values that the skills are producing, so that's what the industries or the people are interested in. And therefore, the theme of learned, values-driven talent is so important to higher education that students must, be able to understand that we are putting a lot of attention to the values that you are having now. And for that matter, UTHM, we have got, API. API means A, amanah or trustworthy, P means professional, and I is innovating. So please do that. Now, when we had that, so MTON, we come up with an institutional framework. So these are our output: competent graduates, innovation, and support for industries. So, next please. Next please. Oh, sorry. Next please. Next. Next. Okay. So, these are our institutional framework for a particular university. I'm not saying MTON because I was there, but perhaps it's a little bit different now. You see that, again, our output is competent graduates. Secondly, it's about innovation. And thirdly, it's about support for industries. However, how do we do that? So we believe that we should be focusing more on the production rather than on, hash index rather than on publication, but we need to produce the products and the services. So that's basically what research, or this I would like to term it as innovation. And that's why we believe that open innovation is an innovation that will collaborate over, across anybody, anywhere, or any part of the country. The shaping of M2 products does not occur in a vacuum, and therefore we have got to make sure that the shaping of talents involve learning, that's the fundamental, working, and also innovating. I believe that Professor Schroeder mentioned a lot about innovating and suggested a model for innovating, and I believe that is so important for TVET graduates. And if you come up and you are just a listener, then I'm afraid that you won't be able to redesign your own life. And of course, we have got professional bodies that will always, next please. Next, please. Next, okay, I'm referring to this slide actually. So, we have to couple up professional bodies with us, or we are as professionals. How can we produce professional if we are not professional, or the teachers, lecturers are not professionals? So this is a bit of, ambiguity in this. And therefore, our universities or professional bodies making sure that our lecturers, they are professionally qualified to teach and to practice. Next, please. And before, it was this format of curriculum design that we are talking about. It's about transitional. However, my importance of my presentation is about the processes. It's easy to talk here, but the processes is so difficult. How can you teach data analytics into the faculty of civil engineering? How can we teach? How can we apply that into the positioning of cyber-physical or Internet of Things into mechanical engineering? So these are the things that we are referring to. So the processes become so important that this is what, from my literature review, that not many universities or not many TVET institutions are doing it right. So if we are doing it right, then I suppose that the output would be right. Okay? Next, please. Next. And I guess the next important thing is the lecturers, the professionals. So the lecturers of TVET, they must do research. Research in the field that they are in. They must also teach. They must also practice. And they must also do services. And if you feel that it's not enough for them, they should do more research. And next, please. And it is the swaveling of experiences and the practices that make us a good TVET practitioner. And this was what done back in 2017 in Faculty of Electrical Engineering. And I suppose, I don't know whether you are experiencing this thing or not, but the intent then was, how do we engage what we call Industry 4.0 into the teaching and learning of the faculty. This was done at the Faculty of Electrical Engineering. And I hope things should be improved for the better and better more. Next, please. So we come to the end, almost to the end of this presentation, that we have got students of 21st century, and we are from the lecturers from 20th centuries. And perhaps some of you students may say this: how do you know that I have a learning disability? Maybe you have the teaching disability, so you're asking me this. So perhaps you're right. And therefore, for the lecturers of 20th century who would like to develop people of 21st centuries, much have got to be done. And this is something that our virtual universities or our division in virtual universities have got to promote. And I hope that we are not into the positioning of the 19th century classroom. So remember that if you are not into it, my advice is just pull out of the system if you dare. Next, please. And the answer to the question that I was putting up, have we done it? But before that, I would like to ask ourselves, does it work? For Malaysia, I'm quoting Malaysia because I know Malaysia and not other countries. Our GDP has been on the flat positioning, that we are trapped, what we call in a middle income trap, and therefore that we cannot move up into what's the GDP of the advanced countries. So I hope that with the new government, then the intent of TVET Madani and also the council led by the Deputy Prime Minister, something has been done and something needs to be done. And I would like every one of us to support the move by the country, that to make sure that TVET will grow and grow better and for the better into the future. However, when we do the different processes, of course, we need more person, we need more money. So there are questions to be asked. For example, the politician or the ministers will ask the question, why now? Next, please. Well, the answer should be, we move up into the income trap up so that we could be an advanced country. The economists say, how is the impact economy? It will be a positive and long-term impact. For the social person, who benefits program is SME and also the youth. It's good. Which framework is suitable? So, and I would like to suggest TVET, the digital transformation framework. How is the impact on SDG? Well, it is positive and long-term. Legal? Yes, because we are producing and focusing on the people. But the last question is implementation. So my understanding as the Vice Chancellor before, that this is the most difficult part because we are engaged with a lot of quality assurances and also a few other things that bother us, that we can do things that perhaps we would like to do. So these are among the issues that we are facing, and I hope that we will resolve that. Okay, next, please. Next, please. I think I've spoken that. There's the shaping of TVET talent. And next. I think the component of, okay, right. So, next, please, sorry. And finally, my suggestion is that we have got to do curriculum redesign. As what Datuk Palaniapan said yesterday, that the industries, universities or edu-training institution and the startup company should work together. They have got their own role. Remember that we stick on with L1, L2, L3, L4, which is the level. L6 is for degree, L7 is for the master, and L8 is for PhD. And I suppose that if we do that, we work together with the industries. And universities and industries should co-develop. Universities and industries should co-deliver. So that is the core of my statement today that I would like, if possible, that have a thought over it. I'm not asking anybody to do this thing as yet, because you are governed by specific quality assurances. But when we put across, industries into our positioning of curriculum developer, per se, then perhaps the Ministry of Higher Education may like it or may not like it. Okay? And I guess if we do this, then the understanding that learning of TVET must involve three most important aspects. That is learning, working, and also innovating. Keep on innovating. So, okay, next please. And if we do that, then perhaps we could close the gap between industries and universities. Universities is about developing people. Industries is about making products, selling products, marketing. So we won't meet in the middle, unless that we put what we call work together, co-develop and what we call deliver, and co-develop and co-deliver, then I guess that we'll have a nearer positioning between industries and startup companies. And by then, if we do this, I hope that one of our companies in UTHM or in Malaysia will be able to move on into the Standard & Poor top 500 companies. Okay, next please. A few thoughts. Students like flexible way. They will like multiple in and out. We should unbundle. And we should have transversal skills. And we should provide them with personal learning network. And these are among the issues that we would like to do. And I hope that, I know that institutions like UTHM is so difficult to do this because we are funded by the government. But another way of doing that is by having a separate funding, a pilot run for this, and do a program and show to the people that it is the program that will have an impact on the economy. So next, please, if there is any more. I hope that's the last. Next. And again, these are other speakers' viewpoint that I feel is related to my topics. Prof. Schroeder, sorry, the spelling might be a mistake there. The understanding of competence, and Prof. Suresh about innovation, transformation, and Datuk Palinapan calls for what we call skill-first approach, co-develop and co-deliver. And I hope that every one of you, at least have a thought of what's going to happen for TVET in the next 5 years or 10 years. So please keep supporting TVET. And please support UTHM for that matter. Okay, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Mengucapkan ucapan terima kasih kepada Profesor Emeritus Datuk Engineer Teknologi Dr. Wahid bin Razzaly dengan tajuknya Redesigning TVET Curriculum for Our Country. Have we done it? Thank you, Datuk. Please big applause to Datuk. Baiklah tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, ladies and gentlemen, now we proceed to our fourth keynote speaker, which is Professor Yang Wenming from UNEVOC Center Shenzen Polytechnic University, Digital Transformation and Imaging Scenario for TVET Management and Leadership. Please welcome.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues from UTHM, dear colleagues from around the world, dear students. It's my honor to be invited by UTHM to make a presentation on digital transformation, an emerging scenario for Tibet management and leadership. Maybe I shall change some way about my title because today we have a lot of students. Maybe it can be changed to digital transformation, an emerging scenario for learning in TVET. Okay, and next page, please. Here I want to quote one sentence from A Tale of Two Cities. And based on Charles Dickens, it is said, this is the best of the times. This is also the worst of the times. And that means what? In this world, we are enjoying a lot of advantages from the digital technologies, just like AI. Generative AI is very popular, okay? And the robots and unmanned vehicles are everywhere. So we are enjoying a lot of emerging technologies in our daily life, in our work. At the same time, we can see we have wider digital divide. We have wider digital gap in this world. You know, in United States, in United Kingdom, in some developed countries, open AI, generative AI has become very popular teaching tools for most of the professors in university. Okay, based on one research report, 52% of teachers and the staff are adopting open AI in their daily teaching and learning in universities in the developed countries. At the same time, we can see in the low-income countries, only 1 in 4 people can have access to internet. Okay? That's very terrible. They cannot log on the internet. How can they use the open AI or generative AI? It's impossible. You know, last week, I attended the International Forum of UNESCO Chairs and the UNESCO Twin Network in Addis Ababa. When I stayed there in the African Union Conference Center, we are making just like this way. We are having a large forum. In one day, there are 4 power cuts. Even the power cannot be guaranteed. So there is very, very large digital divide or gap in this world. We need to tackle this problem, okay? And also, you know, United States and China's experts account for 59% of research papers in AI sectors. And United States and China's experts account for 66% of AI patents in this world. But in some low or maybe low-income, less developed countries, they don't offer bachelor degree on AI. They don't offer master degree or doctor degree to their students. They don't have this kind of program or major to offer to their students. How can they learn AI? How can they engage in research? So we need to tackle this problem. Okay, next page, please. So my first point, I will deal with the drivers of digital transformation. We can see different drivers for digital transformation in TVET. Next page, please. Next one. Because we have the digital divide problem, so United Nations put forward a pact, okay? The world leaders adopted a pact for the future that includes a global Digital Compact. Okay, the Global Digital Compact is the first comprehensive global framework for digital cooperation and AI governance. We are supported to work together, to cooperate, okay, to push forward AI governance and digital cooperation. Next one, please. As early as in June 2020, United Nations put forward the roadmap for digital cooperation. It covers 3 priorities. One is connect. Connect means the internet connection. The second one is respect. We need to respect human rights, even online world. Number 3, we shall protect. Okay, we shall protect. We shall to promote digital trust and security in the online scenario. Next one, please. Next. Okay, and United Nations also put forward a digital strategy in 2022. That's the gateways to public digital learning. In this gateway, it covers 3 components. One is a global gateway. All the countries, no matter you are in the developed country or developing country, you can reach through this global gateway for digital learning. The secondly, the evidence generation and the best practice. It will be done by UNICEF. Number 3 is about the norms and the standards of digital learning. It will be created by UNESCO. Okay, next one, please. Here we are talking about TVET. So UNESCO has put forward the UNESCO strategy for TVET 2022 to 2029. There are 3 priorities. In the middle, the second one is developing skills for inclusive and sustainable economies. From here, we can see the details. The TVET institutions are supported to identify skills required for the transition to digital and green economies. So the TVET institutions are supported to forecast the digital needs in the labor market, in the world of work. Then the TVET institutions are supported to delivering TVET to address youth employment and meet demands for digital and green transition at the workplace, online and other learning settings. So TVET institutions are expected to offer digital skills to our students, to train them to be qualified for decent job, for more salary in the future. Okay, next page, please. So this one is from a Huawei research report. And based on Huawei's report, there are more than 170 countries. They have formulated their digital transformation strategies. Just like in China, we have digital China strategy. We have digital learning strategy. That's all in national strategy. The strategies can give the TVET institutions directions. It can help us to make our own digital action plan. We have to plan in advance to guarantee our students can get enough digital skills to find decent jobs. Fail to plan, plan to fail. So we have to remember and pay much attention to the UN, UNESCO, even the national strategy, and implement them into our daily teaching and learning. That's a must. Okay, next one, please. Second driver, I'm talking about technology development, evolution of industrial revolution. We often talk about Industry 4.0. While we are talking about Industry 4.0, Industry 5.0 had come. When we are talking about the future had come. You can see the path of the 5 industries, okay? The number one, Industry 1.0, is about mechanization. 2.0 is about electrification. Industry number 3 is about automation. Industry number 4 is about digitalization. Okay, I found some literature does use another term, that is the Industry 4.0 is digital transformation. How about Industry 5.0? That's personalization or customization. Okay, they can offer the personalized products for you. For students, you can enjoy precise learning, personalized learning. Okay, you can have your own program, you can have your own curriculum, you can have your own assessment. That's precise learning. Okay, next one. Okay, for the technologies, we often see a lot of new technologies popping up. And people often use A, B, C, D. I think 26 letters are not enough to cover the new or emerging technologies. Okay, you can see here there are so many. We still have much more. But the hottest one is the artificial intelligence. Okay, artificial intelligence is very popular because of OpenAI, because of generative AI. Okay, next page, please. And actually, AI can be embedded, can be adopted in all the scenarios, in our daily work, in our daily life. No matter where, you can always find AI adoption, AI application. Okay, just like e-commerce, marketing, social media, gaming, including our education. Okay, also including our education. Next one, please. And also, for driver 3, here I want to stress. And we often talk about global sustainable development. The global sustainable development covers 3 dimensions or 3 pillars. One is the economy. The other one is the society. Number 3 is the environment. In order to push forward the SDG, okay, to realize the SDGs, the 17 SDGs by United Nations, we shall adopt the smart technology. So when we are building a smart country, when we are building a smart city, we need to consider smart economy, smart society, and smart environment. Okay, next page, please. Here I just give one example about digital economy. We all know the digital economy is developing so fast. In developed countries, the digital economy's scope, okay, accounted for 60% of GDP, okay, in developed countries. Okay. In China, the digital economy's scope can account for more than 40% of our GDP. Okay. And from agricultural economy, industrial economy to digital economy, now is the time for smart economy. Okay. When the smart economy comes, our TVET institutions need to understand it, need to align our teaching and learning, need to align our program and our curriculum development with the smart economy. So we need to align with the new business models to the left, we can see we have different business models. We need to adopt the emerging technologies. In the right, you can see different technologies. And at the same time, for the key enabler, that's one of them is digital skills. We shall offer digital skills, skilling, upskilling, and reskilling to our students, even to adults. We shall offer lifelong learning on digital skills. Okay, next one, please. Japanese people put forward the concept of society 5.0. Actually, that's smart society, or we can call it super smart society. This kind of society aims at creating a society where people can resolve various social challenges by incorporating innovations such as AI, robots, and big data into society. That means we shall leverage the emerging technology to tackle the future social problem, okay? And we also need to create the values and at the same time guarantee sustainability. That's smart society or super smart society. Next one, please. Also, for driver number 4, here I want to talk about the future world of work is also changing. From this chart, you can see in 2020, we have 26 job clusters or occupation clusters. Within the next 5 or 10 years, there will be only 8 job clusters. That means in the future, most of the jobs will be more systematic, more comprehensive, and most of them will be digital. Most of them will be related to digital transformation. Next page, please. And here we can see the top 10 fastest growing jobs. You can have a quick look from number 1 to number 10. All of them are related to digital transformation. On the other hand, you can see the right column, the top 10 fastest declining jobs. Most of them are manual and repetitive jobs. That means in the future, we will have more and more fast-growing jobs, while on the other hand, the other top 10 fastest declining jobs will disappear. Okay, will disappear. Next page, please. And also, all of us need skilling, upskilling, and reskilling. From the World Economic Forum, from the Future of Jobs report, we can see in the next 5 years, the core skills are expected to change in the next 5 years. Here, core skills refers to transferable skills or transversal skills or soft skills. These kind of skills will be changed. Okay, 44% will be changed. The core skills are the skills everybody needs. No matter you are a professor or you are a student or you are a common worker, no matter who you are, all of us need core skills. So we need to learn the new skills, otherwise we'll be left behind. For the second one, time needed to start building new skills online in jobs of tomorrow. Now let's see the first one. Within 1 or 2 months, these kind of skills will be updated. For the second one, product development and the data and the AI skills will be updated every 2 to 3 months. And number 3, cloud computing and cloud computing, this kind of skill will be updated every 4 to 5 months. That means what? For our students, we study in this term. Without finishing this term, the knowledge you have learned in this area has been replaced, has been updated. Okay? So all of us need upskilling, even including our professors, our teachers. The last one, you can see the right one, including reskilling. 50% of all employees will need reskilling by 2025. Reskilling means what? Reskilling means that you have lost your current job. You need to find a new job. You need to get the new training. That's reskilling. So in the next 5 years, that's the report from 2020. In the next 5 years, 50% of people will lose their job. They need to get more training to find a new job. That's the reality. Okay, next page, please. Next one. Yeah, here we can see the workforce skills shift by 2030. Okay, that's about our spend in 2016 and change in our spend by 2030. We can find the right column. Advanced IT skills and programming and the basic digital skills will increase 55 hours. That's the most outstanding increase. That in the future, we'll need more and more advanced ICT skills and programming. Also, we need more and more basic digital skills. Okay, that's from developed countries' research. Next page. So based on my research, I found in the future, for the future jobs, they have 6 common features. Number one is all of the future jobs will need transversal skills or soft skills. All of our workplace will be digital workplace or digitalized workplace. No matter what you do, all of us need interdisciplinary knowledge. Just one professional knowledge, that's not enough. And in the future, we will engage in hybrid work. Maybe you can work at home, maybe you can work at the office. You can work online or on the site. It depends. In the future, our job will have short lifespan. Maybe for me, all through now my career, I just found 3 jobs, changed 3 jobs. For you, I think for most of our students, in the future, you will change maybe 10, maybe 20, maybe 30 jobs because the job lifespan is much shorter than before. And all of us need lifelong learning. Okay, even you have got your PhD, even you have engaged in postdoc research, you still need to get upskilling and reskilling. Everybody needs it. Okay, next one. So we can see the future digital skills needs. Here we talk about the past talents and the future talent shapes. And to the left, that's our traditional TVET. Institutions offer I-shaped talents, I-shaped skilled person. The person just understand one technology in one specific field. Later, we need T-shaped person, okay? We need professional skills. On the other hand, we also need broader general knowledge. Later, we need a pie-shaped person. But in the future, we need a comb-shaped person. We need broad general knowledge. At the same time, we need to have several different professional skills. Otherwise, you cannot survive the future world of work. Okay, next one, please. So, in the future, we will need this kind of skill structure. Firstly, all of us need the foundation skills. That's STEAM skills: science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics. We have to understand how to gain this kind of basic skills. Secondly, the transversal skills. Okay, just like creative thinking, critical thinking, project management, team building, and different transversal skills. Okay, we all need them all through our life. Finally, the specialized skills or professional skills related to Industry 4.0 or Industry 5.0. Okay, just like AI, IoT, robots, VR, AR, XR, different new skills. We all need them. Okay, next one, please. And here still we are talking about skills. In the past, we think IQ is very important. Later, we think EQ is very more important. Now we can see DQ becoming popular. In the future, everybody needs DQ, digital intelligence. Okay, this is a framework created by one research institute from Singapore. Okay, they combined the 25 digital skills framework, then created the DQ framework. Okay, if you are interested, you can log on their internet and find it. Okay, and study it. I will not go into details about this one. So this is for the general digital skills. Everybody needs it. Next one. Next. Yeah. Except the universal or digital skills, we still need professional digital skills. Here I just give one example, Huawei ICT certifications. I think UTHM also established the Huawei ICT Academy. Huawei has established more than 2,700 ICT Academy. They offer online courses to the students no matter where you are in the world. Okay? At the same time, they offer the ICT certification in different levels. These are the professional digital skills. Okay, based on my research, European Union also offered professional ICT skills framework. If you are interested, you can study that. Okay, next one. Here I want to talk about the mapping of digital skills and levels of education. The digital skills can be classified into 4 levels. One is the foundation. The second one is the intermediate. Number 3, advanced. Number 4, highly specialized. And for the secondary level TVET schools, they are supposed to offer the intermediate digital skills. For the diploma offering TVET colleges, they are supposed to offer intermediate level digital skills. But for universities like UTHM, they are supposed to offer the advanced level digital skills. If you have the master students or doctor students, you are supposed to offer highly specialized skills to the students. So we can match between different education level to the different digital skill needs. Next one. Next. Yeah, here, that's a correlation between social development and education models. In different times, in different society, we shall adopt different education model. Nowadays, we are in the smart society, the last one. So we are supposed to offer the innovation for the future education. That will be our model for TVET, for higher education. Okay? We shall train our students future skills, future-proof skills future-ready skills. Okay, we shall adopt the modern education technology, just like blockchain, VR, AR, big data, and AI, this kind of technology. Okay, later I will show you some promising practice in my university, Shenzen Polytechnic University. We have established, I think, more than 20 VR simulation training centers. Next one, that's about teaching and learning. Okay, in the future, we are supposed to offer you learning. Okay, that means no matter where you are, no matter when you are, you can always reach the digital resources. You can always engage digital learning. Also in the future, we shall offer precise learning to every individual students. Okay, next one. Okay, the second part I want to stress, the TVET digital transformation methodologies. Okay, we are talking about some theory related to digital transformation. Next one. Next. Yeah, here we can see digital transformation. There are 3 levels of digital transformation. The first one is the digitization. Digitization, yes. The second one is the digitalization. Digitization refers to we transform the physical information into the digital information. The second one is about one process. We just digitalize one process. Okay. Number 3, digital transformation is a systematic one. Systematic transformation by leveraging digital technologies. So I just want to give you a vivid picture. The digitization is just like a point in the mathematics. The digitalization is like a line. The digital transformation is like a 3D shape, 3D structure. Okay, next one. So when we are talking about digital transformation, most people will put the keywords on digital, but we shall put it on transformation. Okay, but what is to be transformed? Our mindset needs to be transformed. Organization, our culture, our methodology, and our business mode. That means for TVET University, for higher education university, that's our education mode, shall be transformed. Who shall be get involved? The key to digital transformation lies with the talents. The transformation shall be led by leaders. So the university leaders plays very important roles. Integrated by middle-level management and implemented by different blocks, including the faculty and the staff, different schools, different departments, and different administrative section or departments. Okay, next one. So the essence of digital transformation is the human dimensions of digital leaders. That means as a university leader, they are supposed to have global perspective. They need to have foresight into the future workplace. They need to have strong human dimensions, just like integrity, intent, capacity, and the results. Okay, next one. For the digital transformation, it can be implemented in 3 levels. The top level is the strategy level. The second one is the execution, that's implementation. Number 3 is technology, that's the supporting part. Okay, supporting part, 3 level. Next one. Here I just give the TVET digital framework, digital transformation framework, okay, created by our UNESCO chair on digitalization in TVET in Shenzen Polytechnic University. Here I just list 10 dimensions. If at one TVET institution, we are supposed to engage in 10 digital transformation, 10 action plans. The first one is the TVET digital transformation theory and methodology. The second one, digital governance. Number 3, digital transformation and program, digital transformation program and the curricula. Then digital resources development. Next one, teacher professional development on digital transformation. And the digital teaching and learning. This is about technology and pedagogy. Then students' digital skills. Also, we need to engage in community service. And we also shall engage in research and development on digital transformation. We are supposed to build strong digital infrastructure. Go on, next one. Next one. Yeah, for the digital transformation roadmap, here I just give one journey. We have 3 steps. The first one is to learn. That means get training, understand what is digital transformation. The second one is about plan. That means we need to establish our action plans. Number 3 is do, means implement. Actually 3 steps. Go on, next one. And in order to implement digital transformation, we shall develop the strategy. There are 6 steps. The first one, we need to understand, define our purpose. Why do we do this? The second one, identify the context, the local economy, and our university's local condition. Number 3, we should describe the impact. Number 4, describe outcome. Number 5, describe the outputs. Finally, list the inputs, refer to money, the funding, the budget, also about the digital facilities, digital instruments. Next one. So we need to engage in digital transformation of education programs or majors, okay? And the digital technology development will create the industrialization of digital technologies and digitalization of traditional industries. And these are the 2 pillars of digital economy. Because of the needs for industrialization and the digitalization, we are facing more digital skills gap. So TVET institutions are supposed to offer skilling, upskilling, and reskilling. We shall put them, embed them into our program, okay? And so we shall develop the emerging technology programs. At the same time, we shall engage in digital transformation of all the traditional TVET programs or majors, okay? There are still 3I and 3M. Next page, please. Next one. Here you can see there are 3 levels, the macro level, meso level, and the micro level. So in order to engage in digital transformation, we shall set up our own ecosystem. So the macro level referred to the national and the local government. The middle level referred to the trade unions, industrial associations, even university associations. Micro level referred to the TVET institutions, teachers and the faculty. Here we have 3I. Identification means we need to identify, forecast the future digital skills needs. Integration means we need to integrate the digital skills needs into our curriculum, into our program. Finally, implementation means we shall adopt the emerging technology, education technology, emerging the modern digital pedagogies to offer digital skills in the daily teaching and learning to our students. Next one. Next one. Yeah, here is the curriculum digital transformation. It covers seven dimensions. The first one, we need to create the environment, okay? And we shall engage in teachers and the students, and we shall implement different activities. We shall offer the digital contents to our students, okay? Our final targets will be offer our students, the digital skills, and so that they can find better or decent jobs in the future. Okay, next one. For teachers, they are supposed to engage in digital professional engagement. This is the framework from European, DigiComp-Edu from European Union, the digital competence framework for educators. It covers 6 areas and 22 competencies, also 6 levels, okay? It's very systematic, very systematic. If we want to offer the teacher professional training on digital skills, we can engage in. We can refer to this framework. Okay, next one. Also, the UNESCO just recently, I think last month, they put forward AI competence framework for teachers. They also have AI competence framework for students. Okay, here we have so many students. If we want to train to get more AI skills, you can refer to the UNESCO website to find the AI competence framework for students so that you can get more AI skills. Here we can see there are 5 aspects: human-centered mindset, ethics of AI, AI foundations and application, AI pedagogy, AI for professional development. There are 3 levels also. Next one, please. And these kind of technologies are very popular in our modern education or training in TVET. We can see the ubiquitous computing, collaborative technology, extended reality, artificial intelligence, blockchain. Next one, please. And for the digital learning pedagogies, I just give 2 examples. One is the blended learning. The other one is the student AI collaboration model. In the future, by leveraging AI assistant, AI teacher, okay, our students can enjoy precise learning because AI can offer individual, personalized training or learning to you. Okay, next one. Finally, my last part, I want to share some promising digital transformation practice in Shenzen Polytechnic University. We just have a quick look at it. Is already 12 o'clock. Next page, please. So our university has established a UNESCO chair on digitalization in Tibet. So we engage in knowledge production, capacity building, and global network. Okay, there are 6 projects we are doing. Every year we will organize Global TVET Digital Transformation Forum. This year's forum will be implemented in next week. Okay, we also offer TVET Digital Transformation Leadership Workshop. Go on, next one. And also our university in 2020 has published our Digital Transformation Action Plan. It covers 10 dimensions. Okay, I will not go into details. Now let's see just give 3 examples. Number 3, upskilling teachers' digital skills. Number 4, adopting emerging digital pedagogies. Number 5, cultivating students' digital literacy. Okay, that's related to our TVET learning and teaching. Next one. We also established the digital transformation ecosystem. We established 18 joint industrial schools with top companies, top industrial companies, just like Huawei, BYD, okay, Yuntong, and Hans Laser, different top companies. Okay, next one. Also, we have built quite strong digital infrastructure. Okay, early as 2021, we have established the first 5G-based smart campus in China, the number 1. Okay, we also have the smart campus framework. Okay, and we have now we have about 200 smart classrooms. I think we have more than 10 VR training centers. I think more than 10, maybe 20 now. Okay, this figure is last year's figure. Next one. And we also created some digital learning resources and the curriculum. Okay, and we developed over 5 national TVET program teaching and learning resource database. That's on our national smart education data bank. Okay, we developed 49 provincial level model online courses. We have developed about 600 quality online courses. Okay, it's open to all of our students, even beyond the Shenzen Polytechnic University. Okay, now we developed 2 AI-centered general education course for all students. That means for freshmen, all the freshmen have to take 2 courses. One is the AI concept, the other one is the AI practice. Okay, next. We also engage in digital leadership and teacher capacity building. Every year, we organize deans, program directors, curriculum leaders, workshop on digital transformation. Okay, next one. Next. Okay, every year we organize a global forum on TVET digital transformation. Okay, this year we will have, I think, more than 40 international experts from more than 30 countries will attend our forum. Next one. We are also organizing the TVET leadership workshop for TVET institutional leaders, okay, to enrich their mind on digital transformation. Next one. We also established the digital transformation network. Okay, now we have 20 members. Okay, 20 members, and we hope in the next year we will have much more. Okay, next one. Next. That's some of our knowledge production. This is the first digital transformation research report in the world. Okay, in TVET area. Okay, next one. And we have developed 28 digital program syllabus and 50 digital course syllabus, 100 promising digital transformation practice. Okay, they will be published in next week. And we have developed more than 20 open online curriculum on digital technology. It's totally free. Okay, if you have access to the internet, you can log on our UNESCO chair website. Okay, it's open to everybody. We have video, okay, for the basic digital technology courses. Okay, next one. Next one is the last page. Okay, here finally I want to share 2 rationale with all of you. Digital transformation is an emerging scenario of TVET governance and operation. Second one, leadership plays a key role in TVET digital transformation. Okay, that's my report. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Thank you to Professor Yang Wenming from UNEVOC Center, Shenzen, Polytechnic University. Give a big applause to Professor. Baiklah tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, hadirin dan hadirat sekalian, dengan bahagiannya siri ucap pertama atau keynote speaker daripada keempat-empat speaker tadi, maka sesi kita untuk tengah hari ini sudah sampai ke penghujungnya. Selepas ini kita akan berehat dan kita akan sambung sesi kita pada petang ini, iaitu forum yang berkisahkan Driving Economic Growth, Fostering Digital Education and Sustainable Development in TVET, yang akan dipengerusikan oleh Profesor Madya Teknologi Dr. Yusmawati binti Yusof. Untuk itu, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, hadirin hadirat sekalian, kita akan berehat untuk sesi tengah hari ini dan dijemput di kehormat untuk ke Dewan Banquet untuk sesi jamuan tengah hari, dan kepada para pelajar boleh keluar untuk ada sesi tengah hari tak untuk tengah pelajar? Pelajar ada disediakan makan tengah? Makan tak ada? Okey. Untuk diberi kehormat, untuk staf saja, dan pelajar bolehlah ke perpustakaan Tunku Tun Aminah kerana difahamkan ada jualan makanan untuk karnival pentadbir di perpustakaan Tunku Tun Aminah. Okey, untuk itu saya akhiri dengan ucapan yang mulia. Sekian, wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and thank you very much.